I guess we're gonna get into this story then. Civil war brewing inside the Proud Boys as top leader says he's done pretending he isn't a Nazi. I guess I will turn off ad blocker for this website and refresh. Wowee. A totally not white supremacist organization with a top leader who is a Nazi. I'm shocked and surprised. The far-right Proud Boys gang has long denied it is a white nationalist organization and has instead claimed that it only exists to defend Western civilization. However, Newsweek reports that some members of the group are ready to openly embrace being a racist organization and are dropping any pretenses of wanting support of non-white people. The civil war between the Proud Boys started when Kyle Chapman, the founder of the Proud Boys' so-called tactical defense arm, sent out a message to supporters that he no longer wants to pretend he wasn't a white nationalist. Due to the recent failure of Proud Boy chairman Enrique Tarrio to conduct himself with honor and courage on the battlefield. What a bunch of fucking LARPers, guys. Like, what the fuck? It has been decided that I, Kyle Chapman, reassume my post as president of the Proud Boys effective immediately, Chapman wrote. We will no longer cuck to the left by appointing token Negroes as our leaders. We will no longer allow homosexuals or other undesirables into our ranks. We will confront the Zionist criminals who wish to destroy our civilization. He also made clear that he believed talk of defending Western civilization was really just a racist dog whistle all along. I'm shocked! Absolutely shocked! What an incredible thing. I've never would have guessed that Western civilization was a dog whistle for white people. Except it has been for a very long time. We recognize that the West was built by the white race alone, and we owe nothing to any other race, he wrote. Super, super, super cool. Super cool stuff. Let's just take a look at the Newsweek report here. Infighting has broken out between two leading members of the Proud Boys group, one announcing he will take control of the far-right organization to address white genocide and the failures of multiculturalism. White nationalist Kyle Chapman, who wrote up the tactical defense arm of the Proud Boys, the Fraternal Order of Alt-Knights, Folk, has criticized the group's chairman, Enrique Tarrio, while announcing a so-called rebranding of the organization. Writing on encrypted messaging app Telegram, Chapman used slurs against Tarrio and other neo-Nazi rhetoric while announcing the grifting leaders had been deposed and the group would be renamed the Proud Goys. The term goy, a Hebrew word for a non-Jewish person, is sometimes used by white supremacists to signal their anti-Semitic beliefs, according to the Southern Poverty Law Center. Due to the recent failure of Proud Boys, we already read that part. Chapman, who goes by the name Based Stickman after he was photographed beating a protester with a stick at a Trump rally in Berkeley, California in March 2017. Man, this sounds like a really great organization that someone would want to join. That's definitely not racist and definitely open to different ideas. In March 2017, went on to say the Proud Boys would fight for white people to have their own countries where white interests are written into law. No, they aren't trolling. I need to be very clear here. When neo-Nazis say that they're trolling, you should probably understand that their trolls are actually real. You know, it's kind of like when a Nazi says, haha, we should, like, I'm trying to think of something that wouldn't get me banned off of Twitch. Like, haha, the Jews have a conspiracy theory to take over the world. Joking! They're not actually joking, right, guys? Like, you understand that, right? The message was posted one day after Chapman criticized Tarrio's inaction and fear over a video that appeared to show the moment Tario and two other people were injured during a knife attack in Washington, D.C., early hours of November 4th. Oh, let's see here. We have... Is this the full message? Awesome. Let's see. Members will pay homage to the white men who gave their lives to build our civilization, white men who provided their intellect inventing the modern world, spreading enlightenment, and providing the framework for lesser civilizations to thrive. By the way, this is how neo-Nazis justify slavery. They justify it by saying that white people lifted up slaves or black people via slavery. And that bettered them. Like the process of slavery was bettering these people. Yeah. We acknowledge white intellect and the Faustian spirit, the intangible quality that sets whites apart and brings us into the realm of the metaphysical. We will boldly address the issues of white genocide, the failures of multiculturalism. By the way, white genocide in their mind is just black people having sex and having more babies than white people. So when they say we'll address the problem of white genocide, what they're talking about is like, I guess, like forced breeding programs for white people or killing black people. IPA, I hope maybe this schism sheds some light on whatever trans woman might be trying to join these people, because they're absolute lunatics who allow people like this to take over their organization. But, you know, whatever. We will boldly address issues of white genocide, the failures... Oh yeah, I wasn't Songhai Cry. I wasn't saying that you didn't know this. I'm just explaining things for the audience and for the VODs, you know. Right for white men and women to have their own countries where white interests are written into law and part of the body politic. We will no longer stand by as whites are murdered in the streets because of the color of their skin. We acknowledge that the two-party duopoly is corrupt and beyond redemption, and a third position, body politic, is the only way forward. We honor our ancestors' warrior spirits. Oh my gosh, fuck off. They smile upon us and curse our enemies. God is with us, woe to those who stand in our way. We are the proud goys, Deus Vult. Deus Vult, for those of you who don't know, it's a neo-Nazi phrase. I do like that the very first response is just lol. Oh, interesting. Anyway. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Let's go back to this. Yeah. Same tweets here. The Proud Boys, who are listed by a hate group as a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center, frequently deny that they are a white supremacist organization. Weird then, how there seem to be so many white supremacists in the organization. Weird. Tario, nor any of the other leaders, has not publicly addressed the statement from Chapman. The Proud Boys' name appears only in Chapman's social profiles. Elsewhere, the Proud Boys and other far-right groups are planning a Million MAGA march in Washington on Saturday in support of President Donald Trump's baseless claim that he lost the election because of voter fraud. Oh, man. I can't wait to see whatever shit show this turns into. This will be interesting. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised one bit. So, yeah, you got the Proud Boys. Super, super cool. Super cool. Anyway, super glad that these kinds of organizations are for some reason acceptable in the United States, but I guess fuck anti-fascists who are against these kinds of groups. I guess this is where we're at now in America. Um, yeah, it's clearly Antifa that's the problem, not the people writing long screeds about how white people are the only true race and Jews are the problem, and the whites are being genocided. Yeah, clearly Antifa is the problem, not these people. Um, yeah, this is wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. And again, I just have to point this out. This is why Republicans are just okay with lies. I said the name of the stream. Can't be mad at me. I said the name of the stream. This is why Republicans are just okay with lies, my guys. Like, Republicans buy into this crap. Like, yeah, it's not people on the left who are buying into the great replacement theory. They're not, people on the left aren't buying into the idea that there is a cabal of like black and brown people who are purposely trying to outbreed white people to slowly genocide the whites out of existence. This is some like loony, completely alien, completely unhinged type of thinking. And it's something that can only be possible because the people on the right, the far right, Republicans, believe shit like this because they're unhinged from reality. Um, and like the worst part is like there is a very small grain of truth in all of this because all good lies have a grain of truth, much like many good jokes. And the grain of truth is that we acknowledge that the two-party duopoly is corrupt and beyond redemption. That's true. Like, yeah, the two-party system in our country fucking blows. And most people on some level know that. Most people know that their interests aren't being represented by the Republicans or the Democrats. But we're stuck with this system. So you're operating off of this one grain of truth, and from that, you are extrapolating a whole lot of other things. Like the reasons your life sucks is due to a secret plan of white genocide. It's due to the multiculturalism. It's because we tolerate the non-whites here. Like all of these ideas spiral out from like this one kernel of like valid insight, and it just spirals out from there into things that have absolutely no relation to real reality, you know? Um, True, it's not unrealistic, but what I mean is that that like the reason their lives suck is not because black and brown people are present in their country. The reason their lives suck isn't because of a secret conspiracy theory by black and brown people or Jews. Like, the reason their lives suck isn't because of any of these things. But all of those things are being used as scapegoats. So, and I I think this is going to be one of the hardest parts to make a point about, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay, so I hope you take this with the open mind that I am hoping to deliver it with. If we want to be able to de-radicalize people like this, I'm not sure if we are going to be able to reach Kyle Chapman, but I think we can reach people who might otherwise be attracted to rhetoric like this and prevent them from fully radicalizing to the alt-right and becoming terrorist white supremacist Nazis. And the way we can do that is through socialism. Because the reason that these people's lives tend to suck is because they are alienated by capitalism. white supremacists and neo-Nazis prey on people who are lonely and weak. This is why incels tend to be very, like, ingrained into a lot of these radical extremist movements on the right. It's because neo-Nazis and white supremacists approach them and offer them a sense of community. They offer them an escape from the atomizing effects of capitalism. So when I say that we need socialism, I do mean that we need it, like, as a society. But also individually we need it because the alienation we experience from our labor and from our fellow workers, and is that we need to be able to reconnect them with the people around them. And we need to be able to do so while tangibly improving their lives. So it's not, and I know I see IPA over there saying, you know, hating the progressive left is to be the progressive left. Yes, the solution to this problem is not by catering to neo-Nazis. Surprise. The solution to this problem is actually providing these people something that improves their lives and makes their experience better and connects them again with their fellow human beings. And by the way, doing so does not just benefit us individually, it doesn't just benefit them individually, it benefits all of us, both as individuals and as a collective society. So these are things that we need to do, or these people are going to keep radicalizing, keep getting groups together, and they're going to keep being a problem. Because even if we went out with, like, guns and, like, shot these people to death, there would be 100 more people like them within a week willing to become radicalized. So we need to be able to address the underlying problem that radicalizes these people in the first place. And we can't do that under a capitalist system because the capitalist system is what is radicalizing them. I know you hate this kale, but it's good for you. Trust me, eat it, it's healthy. Well, I'm not going to be trying to force feed them kale, but I am going to be trying to give them health care. I am going to be trying to give them mental health services. I am going to be trying to give them a place to sleep. I am going to be trying to give them all of those things. Clean water. Like, I want to improve all of our lives, and by improving all of our lives, I think we can solve at least some of the problem. I don't think we can reach Kyle Chapman. He's very, very far gone. But we can reach the other people who might otherwise be reached by people like Kyle Chapman.